The new definitive tier list for Mortal Kombat 1. That's right, a new patch dropped recently, lots of characters got buffs, and a few characters got nerfed, but also some big cameo changes that do shift the meta up quite a bit. For a fast example, Trimmer got hit really hard, and that's going to affect a few of the top tiers. So right now on screen is my previous tier list, and after the update, we're going to move characters around based on who got buffed and nerfed. If you enjoy tier list videos like this, or simply like watching my channel, please leave a like down below, helps the channel out a ton. Or if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss any future videos. Because who else is giving you daily Mortal Kombat content with such variety too? Gameplay analysis, lore videos, tier lists, throwback videos, all that incredible stuff. Alright, without any further ado, let's begin. But first, I promised you a handstand if we got 2,000 likes. 3,000 likes in the front flip. I'm sure plenty of you watching already disagree with this tier list, but don't freak out, tons of people are gonna get moved. For example, these two first characters got nerfed, Cyrax a little bit and Havik way more. Like my goodness, NetherRealm wanted to make sure this guy was no longer top 5. But Cyrax is first. I'd say move her down about 2 units because her meter build is worse now, and also she can no longer YOLO the cement toss. It loses to every other projectile in the game, or in other words, Cyrax has to get in manually now. That's a big deal. But then we have Havik, and oh man, this guy got nerfed. He's still got the best health in the game and some really good damage as well, along with some good mix-ups, but now his low mix-up is death on block and his throw mix-up does less damage. And also his overhead fuzzy has been removed, which at the tournament level not a big deal, but at the casual online level kind of a big deal, which means I think Havik is all the way down here behind Sindel now. Yeah, it's that bad. The man got hit pretty hard. If you want a full breakdown of the patch notes, then check out this video on screen. It's super entertaining. For the rest of this video, I'm going to directly consult the patch notes to make sure I don't miss anything, but also so you, the viewer, can see it too. First up, we have Ashura. Absolving a sin with heaven attacks does 30 damage instead of 20. Not a big change. Nothing is happening with Ashura. She's still right here. Honestly, between you and me, NetherRealm only did this to incentivize switching between the stances because most Ashura players still don't do that. They either stay in the dark stance because it is better objectively, or they stay in the light stance because it's default and they're lazy, like me. Next up is Kenshi, who got a new special cancel and can move 7 frames faster after Impaler. Both of which honestly are decent changes. I would say move him up here, and Sector's gonna get moved down a couple of pegs later on, so look forward to that, a sneak peek. Li Mei, her kick string is better, it leads to new combos, especially in the corner. It starts combos by itself. Her enhanced flipping heel kick is good, but that was actually last patch. I have no idea why it's in these patch notes. I guess somebody at NetherRealm dropped the ball there. But also Sky Lantern now hits overhead, which is gonna be great for some mind games. Imagine knocking the opponent down, setting up the lantern, then jumping. Now the opponent has to guess. Are you gonna detonate the Sky Lantern for an overhead or jump into an instant low? That could work. So overall, I think these changes are pretty good. I'm putting Li Mei at the back of good tier now. She's no longer in the decent category. I think she's been elevated. In fact, I'm gonna put Li Mei in front of Kung Lao. I just think she's better now. Next up is Liu Kang, who got new combos for the most part, and that's about it, which is a change to be sure. Let's put him up here. As for Rain, his water beam is now faster, which means new combo routes. That's pretty cool. He can cancel out of it and get new combos now. That's kind of a big deal. In fact, I would say Rain is in front of Ashura now. Maybe not in front of Conan because he also got buffed. I'll go ahead and move him right now, which honestly means I gotta move Rain again because I do think Rain is better than Takeda right now in the game. Because keep in mind, this buff not only gives him new combos, it also gives him better pressure on block. It's really good and it's meterless. Next up is Reptile. His gaps got removed, which is an improvement. We'll put him in front of Sector, but also I think that Sub-Zero in his current state is better than Reptile, so I'm gonna put him in front of Reptile. But still, Reptile moved up a bit, okay? He did. Next up is Shang Tsung. He's now +1 after one of his strings, and his spin kick can now be special canceled, which actually leads to ground fireball combos if you switch to old form quick enough, which is neat. And in fact, I think this puts Shang Tsung in the decent category now. He's no longer in desperate need of buffs. I think it would help a lot, but he's not suffering anymore. Along with Peacemaker and possibly Tanya, believe it or not, some of these cameo buffs help them a good amount. Next up is Quan Chi, who got a lot of stuff. New combos, more block stun, all that stuff, and a new mix-up as well. So yeah, Quan Chi is actually living pretty good now. I would say Quan Chi is like up here now, maybe not in front of Ashura. Ashura is in front of Takeda, maybe right around here now. I think Quan Chi's a good knowledge check now. I really do. He's got better mixes now, better combos, better pressure, way better cameo synergy now too. I think Quan Chi is moving up in the world. I really do. But then we have Omni-Man, who got almost nothing by himself. However, Stryker got some buffs, and you'd be shocked how good they work together now. Because now Omni-Man gets a full combo off his regular throw and some other mixes too. It's really interesting. He's got some sauce now, which on the one hand is good, but also it's not Omni-Man himself doing the sauce. So not what I would prefer, but still it's a buff. Now, does that make Omni-Man better than Takeda? I don't think so. I think it's still about right here. I'm not sure Omni-Man moved at all. However, outside of tournaments, I do think he's better now. Casuals who utilize his new throw mix-ups and other gimmicks with Stryker are gonna see some good results. Ermac got a tiny nerf. I'm still not sure how much it affects him. The combos that I was doing with Janet and other cameos still work despite the nerf, so I'm not sure how big it actually was. I'm gonna keep him in the same spot. But then we have Homelander, who got several different combo routes nerfed, so he gets less damage off all these conversions. I'd say maybe put him behind Ermac now. I'm feeling that. Oh boy, the T1000, just you wait, buddy. You got nerfed pretty hard in this update. But first up is Conan, who got a quality of life fix and some buffs. I would say that Conan is actually now right here, maybe behind or tied with Kung Lao. I'll put him right about here, I think. Actually, yeah, I think here is fine for Conan. Maybe behind Kung Lao, in front of Kung Lao, hard to say. He's got better combos now. That's the main thing Conan got, which is good, but he already had great combos, so I'd say it's a buff, but not a huge change in how he's gonna play. In other words, Conan still has the same struggles because NetherRealm did not fix what he actually is lacking. They just made what he has better. Oh boy, but next up is T1000. So he lost his overhead mix on his string, so now it's more of a strike throw mix instead of a strike low overhead throw mix. And also his combos do less damage now too, so dare I say the T1000 is like here now. He might be behind Homelander. Johnny Cage, should we move Johnny Cage up? I feel like Johnny Cage is still pretty good, maybe like around here. Is that fair? I think overall T1000 is still top 10. In fact, all the top tiers are still top 10. No one's been moved down to the second order yet. Next up is Cyrax, who we've already covered. Oh, Sector, yeah. So Sector got nerfed. Did I already move her down? I think I did. There's no way she's behind Li Mei, right? I don't see that happening because Li Mei is only good up close, whereas Sector is good at every distance and can instantly whiff punish anything. And actually, that's it for the main characters, so now let's talk about the cameo meta because that's gonna change things a lot. Scorpion plus Stryker is such a threat now, and Scorpion players already liked Stryker and that got buffed, so I'd say Scorpion's like right here now. But also Tremor got nerfed, and that's Sindel's main partner. Now if Tremor gets hit, he's gone for 10 seconds straight. And Sindel by herself is not a full character, so I'd say she might actually be behind Scorpion now, which is crazy. But what about Shao? I'm actually unclear on this because nothing in this update really affected him in a negative way, but maybe Stryker is a good teammate for him now? I'm not sure. Although I feel like Sector is still his best partner. That missile is insane, and Sector is still a top 5 cameo, so Sector plus Shao is still good. I'd say he's top 3 or top 4 now. He's actually quite good. Frost and Darius both got buffs, which could help Li Mei a bit at the casual level because Li Mei plus Frost is a cheesy mix-up that casual players don't know how to block. And Darius could also be good for Li Mei along with Tanya. And speaking of Tanya, she's in front of Baraka now. She absolutely is. She's not in front of Peacemaker though, because he also benefits big time from these Stryker buffs. I would say Peacemaker is like here now maybe. I think he actually is in front of Smoke and Shang Tsung now. He just lapped them because that's how big the Stryker buffs are. And on that same note, if Tanya ends up being great with Stryker, then she'll move up too, but I think right now she's still in the please buff category. But she did hop Baraka because Goro got some buffs and that's one of her best partners. Alright, what's next here? Sector got a tiny nerf, not really a big deal, more of a common sense change. Actually, that missile never should have hit mid. Scorpion as a cameo got a bit better. This could maybe buff Molina a little bit, honestly, but Reiko actually I think is up here now. It turns out Reiko's really good. After the recent updates and patches, I've seen him at tournaments doing some crazy stuff. He steamrolls the opponent. It's so much fun to watch. And honestly, yeah, I think this looks good. Maybe Molina could be in front of Natara because Madame Bo works well with her and that's a new development. Yeah, it turns out Molina and even Cyrax do well with Madame Bo. I still hate that Molina has a gap on her regular jab string. I'm not gonna stop complaining about that. NetherRealm needs to remove that, in my opinion, or give Molina some way to be safe without using a cameo, because her special moves aren't safe on block and she's forced to commit to that third hit, and it's got a gap that can be fully punished. That's ridiculous in my opinion. No jab should be punishable in any fighting game. It's a jab string. And with Molina, it's like her best move and it's gone now. I've seen some crazy combos with Molina though, because Striker restands the opponent. So when you combine that with Molina's high combo damage, especially after her uppercut, which is guaranteed by the way, anything after an uppercut combo is guaranteed, the opponent can't break it. Molina now gets 70 plus damage in the corner, which is very situational, but still, she can do it. It's funny what she can do now with Striker, which is why I've moved her in front of Natara. I think Natara is a good character. I made an oopsie on Twitter recently and acted like she was top 7. She's not even top 10, but she is like mid-tier, upper mid-tier, so I don't think Natara needs any buffs. I'm just gonna be honest. Sub-Zero's cameo got buffed too, Movado got nerfed, and Trimmer got nerfed. Does that move anybody around? It does affect Havik a little bit because he relies on Movado, so is he behind Ermac now? He might honestly be. He might honestly be. And yeah, I think this new tier list makes sense. Keep in mind the T1000 has really low health. That's why he's behind Johnny, and also he's not the best at getting in. He can't teleport or anything. Whereas Homelander still has crazy mobility and some shenanigans despite all the nerfs, right? Yeah, I'm liking this tier list. Maybe Reiko's in front of Ghostface, and Ghostface might actually be more like here, to be fair. And the sad part is pro players are only going to use these characters, right? That's just how NetherRealm competitors do. A little mini rant here. I find that other fighting game tournaments, specifically pro tournaments, have way more character variety because even if a character gets nerfed to the bottom tier area, the pro player will still find a way to make that character work. Whereas NetherRealm players, both casual and pro, will drop a character at the slightest nerf and just pick the top 10, top 15 characters, which is crazy to me. But regardless, here is the final tier list. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you skip to the end, don't leave an angry comment, watch the video and understand my reasoning first. Alright, otherwise you're gonna look mad goofy because I explain why the characters are placed where they are. But overall, I think this tier list looks pretty good. I'm gonna DM some pro players on Twitter and just some active game testers too and see what they think about this tier list. And after their input, the tier list might change. If it did not change on screen just now, it's because they told me everything was alright. So there you have it everyone, the new definitive tier list in Mortal Kombat 1. Keep in mind that there's going to be one more update at least before this game finishes. So look forward to that and leave a like if you enjoyed today's video and subscribe if you're new to this channel. Ring that bell so you never miss any future videos. Come back next time everyone, and as always, stay underdogs.